I'm joined by head coach Curt Newsome from Emory Henry College football. And Coach, talk to us a little bit about your team coming from last year into this year. Last year you got off the block pretty well, won your non-conference games, but then in the league hit a couple stumbling blocks a little bit. What do you see that's going to help you change that for this year coming up?
Well, last year was very disappointing, and there's some things that needed to be fixed, and I think we've done that. I think we've got great leadership right now. I think that was a problem a year ago. We got off to a very slow start, and I think it just snowballed, and some of that start had to do with me. But I think we fixed a lot of things, and I'm excited about this football team.
Talk a little bit about, we'll start on the offensive side of the ball. Talk a little bit about your offensive backfield right now. You got some running backs you need to look to replace a player like Isaiah Rodgers. You got Kevin Saxton, who's gone from the quarterback position. What do you see from your offensive backfield right now?
Well, we lost Brady Justice to an injury in the spring, and we'll miss him this year. But we've got some experience back there. We've got Sam Wagner, who has played a lot of football for us, and he's returning. We moved Tyree Ward to the backfield from the receiver position. We did that this spring, so we're excited about what he brings to the table. So I feel good about that position right now.
And even moving a guy the quality of Tyree, you still have two really good pass catchers on the outside, and Jesse Santiago and Derek Yates, who were all conference guys last year, plus your tight end and Brad Puccio. Talk about that unit, but who might be willing to push them, ready to push them for competition for some playing time?
Well, that's a special group, and somehow, some way, we've got to get the ball out there, or we've got to motion them and give it to them. But they need the football. I wouldn't trade those guys for anybody, in the league. I think they're very special. I think Jesse's going to be a leader, and then Derek is, he's a nightmare for one-on-one matchups, and then Brad brings blocking and pass catching to the table. Got Gunnar Griffin, who played some last year as a freshman. He's a slot receiver that I think can help us out. We've got Jeff Wallace, a transfer that's a local guy from Abingdon. So we've got some guys pushing them that can give them some rest, but they won't be standing on the sidelines very long.
And Coach, let's switch side to the other side of the ball on defense and start off right away with the guy who's getting a little bit of headlines here in the preseason, Josh Fleener, your defensive lineman, second-team preseason All-American by D3Football.com. Talk a little bit about him, but about that unit in general, because there's always been good, strong front sevens, front six, whatever formation you're going to play between the linemen and the linebackers coming up at Emory Henry.
Yeah, I feel Josh is, I've been doing this a long time, and Josh is about as good as I've been around as far as being the total package, because he's a great leader and cares about the team, and he puts the team first. And I think he's going to have a great year. He's really worked hard this offseason. He stayed in Emory and stayed in the weight room. And so we're excited about what he brings to the table. Then we've got two other starters beside him. Levi Peters was a starter, and Cash Jones was a starter. And then Trell Phillips is a guy that played a lot last year. So we've got three starters coming back up front, which I think, that's the key to your defense, and that's a good place to start. So we feel very good about where we are at that position right now.
And talk a little bit about your defensive backfield. What do you see from them this year?
Well, Justin Banks is a guy that has played a lot of football for us, and he returns in the secondary. Tyler Redmond started the last three games. He's also coming back in the secondary. The corner position, Jaden Rosenborough is a returning starter. By committee, we'll find the other corner. Cecil Parham is playing another safety back there. So I think we're not totally experienced back there, but I like our will to win back there right now. We've got good kids back there.
And we'll wrap it up by taking a look at the ODAC right now. And we've got some change that we haven't had in the past couple of years. We've got a new program coming in with Ferrum, and it's an 8-2 program that can move the ball and get it done offensively, and has shown that by the players they have said the defensive player of the year, offensive player of the year last year in USA South. And then you've got a coaching change at Washington and Lee, and they were an NCAA team last year. Talk a little bit about what you see from the league and maybe something on those changes.
Well, Ferrum coming in will change, and it's a first game for us, which is going to be a little bit different. And opening with the conference game, you're usually that preseason, and then you break into the conference. So we've got to get ready a little bit quicker than normal. And you know, an 8-2 football team that brings back a ton of starters. You know, so I'm sure they're excited about their future, and I don't see a ton of changes from W&L. You know, I think we're still going to get that same offense that everybody struggles with a little bit. You know, they run the football, and here they come. So I don't think there'll be major changes there. I think this league is so balanced, and you know, you turn the ball over, you're going to lose football games. I mean, that's what's going to happen. You make mistakes, a ton of penalties, you're going to lose football games. It is so balanced. You've got to be at your best every Saturday.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for joining me today, and good luck this season.
Thank you so much.